Hello and welcome to the Locks Golf Club. And the easiest way to show you the locks is to have a quick round here. So stay off the path, please stay off the path. That's not a good start. No, I think we're going to be okay, aren't we? Yeah, that's fine. So you'll find out why it's called the locks in a few holes' time. But what I've tried to do here is that with a number of official courses and plenty of user-made ones too, they're just really a tee, fairway and green type of golf courses. With mine, I'm always going to try and make them more than that and have something visually interesting to look at that's extra to the course, like, the road, the house, those kind of things. These cows over there in the field. The cows don't affect your game while you're playing it, but it kind of adds to the aesthetics and the feel of everything. And I like that. So with this hole we're hitting a tee shot crossing over a road, which may give you a clue about my design style. It will play like a normal golf course here if you can hit your ball onto the bits that the greenkeeper's mowed, but there may be one or two things that you probably wouldn't get in real life, such as teeing off over a road. To me, if you enjoyed the golf, that's great, but if one or two holes can add a bit of extra fun to your round, I think that's even better. Right, do not go left. I repeat, do not go left. Yeah, down in that hollow there's heavy rough, grass, bushes, trees, and if you end up in that and you can hack your way back out onto the fairway or anywhere playable for one shot, be happy with that. If you can then get to the green with your third shot, even better, as it's a par 5 anyway. If you stay on the fairway, you should be able to get here for 2, even though we've just missed it off to the one side, but never mind. Chip and a putt and we should be okay. As none of the greens here have particularly aggressive slopes on them, and a lot of fairways are quite wide where you don't need 100% perfect tee shots either, so yeah, I like to think of it as a nice relaxing course where you should hopefully get a good score if you're playing half decently. Little par 3 with this one. Nope. Drop that in, and with this next hole, finally you get to see why this place is called the Locks. Because with our second shot, you should get to have a look at the lock gates in the river, which will appear towards the top left of the screen, and maybe even notice the 2 different water levels behind the closed gates as well. I'm not sure how accurate those locks look to real life, so there is artistic license going on here, but I think it gives an impression of what it's supposed to be. It's near enough anyway, as something I'm learning from course design is that you need to be a bit creative with the very small number of assets that you have to work with. It's actually quite good fun seeing if you can repurpose various things to look like something else entirely. Anyway, there's long thin blue thing over to the left which you don't want to be in, and if you can stay out of that then things should be fine with this one, as the green is quite big, although both ends of it are on a slightly higher tier. But the higher tiers do filter you down to the middle tier where the flag is, so that bit of slope may even help you sometimes. It's fairly flat on the middle bit, so no, never mind. And with this one we're crossing over the river and going back down the other way. So you have the long thin blue thing to keep away from again. So it's similar to the last hole in that respect. Where it's quite different to the last hole is you have a much smaller green to hit, which I'm not going to hit, am I, as that was not a great shot at all. Yeah, I've only had the game about 8 weeks now, so yeah, I'm getting better with practice, but yeah, I'm no superstar at it just yet. Never mind. And there's a better look at the lock gates. Anyway, try and miss the houses on the left, and try not to get too far right either, or the fence might get in the way of your next shot, as the next one is back over that bridge and the road. Hopefully you can then hit another par 5 in 2, but yeah, cool. As I said before, stay on the moan bits and it plays like a normal golf course. But yeah, the houses, that road, it's extra bits of eye candy, which I think can sometimes make things more fun. You know, if you're into realistic things only, you know, you might not agree, but I kind of like it. Although if you are into realistic courses only, you're going to really hate this next hole, as it runs right through the middle of the village. So your main mission here is to stay out of somebody's back garden. But if you do end up in one, a wedge and a flop shot will get you back out again. You may need to turn sideways or even backwards to give yourself enough room, but you will be able to get out and over even the tallest of fences. And I know that because playtesting, I've been in a few of these back gardens, so yes, you can escape. That's at the end of the hole there, that's the pub, so if you have been in somebody's back garden, just go in there, have a beer and relax, maybe a bag of peanuts, you know, come back, finish your round later, and it'll be fine. So you'll notice here, big bunker on the left, which we're not in this time. That bunker, that's one that you can actually be in twice. I'll explain in a bit. Uphill for the second shots. That's a bit big, isn't it? Which is on purpose, because I wanted to give you a little close-up view of the toilet area there, which is lovely. Yeah, so that totally wasn't a mistake. I 100% did that on purpose. Never mind. Get in. Done. Right, you might be able to see the green down there, and also that big bunker again. Now, I've managed to get in the bunker playing this par 3, and I've managed to be in the bunker playing the previous par 4 as well. Don't think I've ever been in that bunker twice in the same round. So there's a challenge for you if you do actually make it in there twice. You may be the first person to have ever done that. Okay then. Right, big bunker on the left, big bunker on the right. And then a little hollow kind of thing on the left where there used to be another bunker. Well, that'll probably look better with some trees and grass and, you know, some aesthetics. Oh, no. Yeah, I told you I'm no superstar at this yet. I totally messed that one up, didn't I? No, mate, it's kind of like real life as well. That's actually how I play real golf. Yeah, there's some great shots, and I can usually throw in one or two totally terrible ones during a round. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Nope. Yeah, made a bit of a mess of that one. Right, with this hole, you can try and shape a ball round the corner. As you can see, it turns round to the right. But if you do, just bear in mind that if you end up too near the right hand side of the fairway, there's that tree there that's going to be in your way. Let's go. Let's see with this. Oh, that'll be okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of a neck between these bunkers that feeds you onto the green. And if you have a look at the slopes on there are some red bits. But that's actually sloped to try and keep you out of the bunkers. I thought, if you're good enough to hit a long shot to get all the way up here, I'll try and help you out and keep you out of the sand and actually put you onto the green. As I said, it's a nice relaxing course. It's an easy one. You should be able to get a pretty decent score here. And that's gone over to the right, which is more by luck than judgment, but that should be a perfect shot. This gives me the option to just hit a straight one down here, as this entire hole makes a gradual curve round to the left, so it's easy enough to draw shots around here, but you can do what you want. And it's a par 5, which I've never been anywhere near getting on into. So that's another challenge if you're a big hitter. I think my record has been, for the third shot, was 48 yards. Yeah, see if you can beat 48, or definitely give yourself a pat on the back if you can actually get there for 2. This next one then, that's my favourite hole on the course. Not really for this first shot, it's the look of the second shot, where the green's kind of in a bit of a valley. There's a mound at the back of it, which I think looks lovely, and dappled light on where the pathway goes around it. The valley walls of the trees on one side, and these terraced houses on the right, which we got a little bit too close to for my liking, but we survived. I just think this whole thing, from an aesthetic point of view, it just looks really nice. That's certainly my favourite hole on the course from how it looks. Right then, your last chance for a hole in one. A little short par 3. And we're not getting a hole in one today then, are we? How far's that going to run? Okay, not too bad after all. Yeah, that's not going to make my top 10 greatest ever tee shots list, is it? Well, that's alright. Managed to find a perfectly straight bit of green to go for. And this last one, it's dead easy. All you need to do is miss the water, miss the cart path, miss the bunker, miss the houses, miss the back gardens, and miss the walls. So no problem at all. It's absolutely fine. You'll be great. And then with your second shot, hit a blind one straight over the road and see how you get on. But it's quite a big green though, so that will be fine. We're there in 2, no problem. Slightly more slopes on this 18th green. No. Tried to lull you into a false sense of security and made this last one a little bit worse, but it's still not too bad. And there we go. So -4, and I'm not that great at this game, so I'm sure you can beat that. So that was the locks. Hopefully you like the look of it, and hopefully you might enjoy having a round there.